Hello, I'm Professor Nagy.
And I'm Dr. Hainum.
Today we are here to cram for the exam, and we are talking about global warming.
Is it hot in here, or is it just global warming? What is global warming? Global warming happens when gases, such as carbon dioxide, produced by people when they burn fossil fuels, like wood, oil, and coal, get trapped in the atmosphere and cause the Earth's temperature to rise. In the past 100 years, the Earth's temperature has risen 1.4 degrees, and is projected to rise another 2 degrees in the next 100 years. This can cause floods on coastal areas as the polar ice caps melt, wilder weather like storms can be formed, and the spread of tropical diseases.
There are three concerns of global warming. One is we do not know if it is climate change or if it is mainly human activity. Two is, in the attempt to reduce greenhouse gases, there would be an extreme amount of money spent and lost productivity and product that contributes to global warming. Number 3, what would the gain to humankind be? And how long would it take for those gains to occur? One positive of trying to reduce global warming is the sea levels will fall, which will decrease the flooding risk of the coast. But if we let global warming stay, a positive will be a longer farming season.
The Environmental Protection Agency influences the global warming policy, also known as the EPA, which was created by President Nixon in 1970.
Wow.
The EPA is working to protect the welfare of Americans through common sense measures to reduce greenhouse gases and pollution and to help communities prepare for climate change. The Kyoto Protocol, which is an international agreement linked to the United Nations on climate change, which commits its parties by setting internationally binding emission reduction targets. What laws govern global warming, Professor Nagy?
Well, the Clean Air Act does. The Clean Air Act is a federal law that regulates air emissions from stationary and mobile sources like power plants and vehicles. Also, the National Environmental Policy Act, or NEPA. This requires federal agencies to integrate environmental values into their decision-making processes. Are there any party views on global warming, Mr. Hainum?
Well, you can bet your bottom there are, Professor Nagy.
Wow.
It is shown that a less percentage of Republicans believe in the effects of global warming than do Democrats. Also, activists have more control in global warming discussions than do politicians. This means that activists raise money with scary statements about the dangers of global warming, while conservatives raise money with scary statements about the economic pain that a reduction in greenhouse gases will cause. Does money play a role in global warming?
You bet it does. $26.6 billion are spent on pollution control, while $4.7 trillion are made from revenues of the policies of the Clean Air Act. Also, the U.S. environmental protection industry generated $300 billion in revenues, but the initial cost of these environmentally friendly technological resources are very costly. So, Mr. Hainum, tell me, how is global warming enforced?
Well, the EPA's strategic plan protects human health and the environment through civil, criminal, cleanup, and federal facilities enforcement. This means that they arrest people who violate the law, monitor waste and pollution, and make sure agencies meet requirements about the environment. The Office of Enforcement and Compliance Insurance also goes after pollution problems. Has there been success in the global warming policy?
Actually, yes, there has. A lot. In the first 20 years of the Clean Air Act programs... Wait, let me rephrase that. The first 20 years of the Clean Air Act programs have led to the prevention of 205,000 premature deaths. 1,000. Wow. In 2008, the global environmental protection technology market was worth about $782 billion. Lastly, the environmental standards can have a positive impact by creating demand for workers in this field. So basically, the benefits of stopping global warming outweigh the initial costs of the tactics used. Thank you for watching.
And we hope that we can help you cram for the exam.